So I know that was 92 because that's when I met Sue. And what happened that year was Kiss FM is now established as a station, and they were looking for someone for a year's cover, another year leave of absence. And so someone said to them, why don't you ask Freddie, you know, he's always out and about, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So they came to my work, and I brought my friend who was Steve Walsh's manager, before Steve Walsh died. And he was now saying, I said, what should I do? He said, let me come with you, let me just listen to what they're saying, what they're offering you. So they said, right, it was Lorna Clark, she's now head of BBC Radio 2 Music, and Gordon McNamee, who owns My Soul Radio, used to own Kiss 100 at the time. And they came to me and they sat down and they said, listen, we really need someone to come and, do the drive time show. And people are saying we should ask you, and we think you'd be a good fit, blah 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 blah. So my major friend come agent saying, well, what are you going to offer him, kind of thing. We can't really offer him much. We'll give him feels like £70 a day, whatever, and then you make what you make on top from the clubs and all that. So I'm sitting there going, I want to bite their hand off. What are you asking these questions for? I want to bite their hand off. So I said, I really should talk to Sue first, you know what I mean? From there, I should really talk to Sue to see how she feels about it, but I want to do it. So originally I said, okay, I think I want to do it. I'm trying to think. Sue just said, if that's what you want to do, I'll do it, kind of thing. As long as you pay the money, blah, blah, blah. As long as we can pay the rent and all that stuff, family stuff. So I said yes. So I went to Wandsworth. I went to Kathy Johnson, the same person I told you, one of the people I've got a lot of respect for, and I said, Kathy, man, this is like, it's only for a year. I need to do it. This is part of me. I need to do it. No, you can't do it. Pardon? No, we're not going to allow you to do it. I went, watch me. So I came in the next day, big team meeting. At the end of it, I came and I asked for a year leave of absence when other people have had it, and they've come back. I've asked for a year leave of absence and they've said no. Goodbye. I just walked out. They said, you can't walk out. I went, I can do what I like. You can do what you like. I'm gone. And that was it. I walked out on the service, went straight into Kiss 100. And from 92 till 99 I was at Kiss, and I'd done Saturday shows, Friday night shows. I'd done a couple of breakfast shows, done drive time, right across the spectrum. And it was fabulous, fantastic. I have to hold a minute. What time is it?
It was pause, yeah.
You walked out and you said...
Yes, that's it, right. So then I went to Kiss 100 and I was there for 7 years, done everything, it's really great. Alongside that I was doing, I was working for BBC Radio London. I'd done inserts into their black show, Black London show. I've done things for, what's it called, Black Britain, back in the day with Rihanna and Brenda Emanis.
Oh, the TV
program. Yeah, done stuff for them, little inserts for them. I've done a basketball program on BBC Radio 5 Live. First person who didn't actually play the sport to actually do a program about a sport, because I was the first one. They told me that you're the first person that didn't do the sport that's actually done a show about the sport. I was really proud of that. But basketball would never take off in the UK because they just won't let it take off. They'd rather invest in netball. So that was that. What else we got? After Kiss 100, I went to work for Hammersmith and Fulham, and I'd done a consultant job and researcher to establish funds for a youth club on the West Kent estate. So I'd done the outreach work for them there. And while I was doing that, people heard I'd left Kiss from Wandsworth, and they asked me if I wanted to come back as a part-time worker with Kathy Johnson still the head. from there, and they gave me the job. And then from that, I went. Kathy put me on a connections course, personal advisor, which is about employment, education, and training. And I've done that course, and I got a full-time job as a connection person. And I didn't. What did I come back to? I came back. I can't remember what I came back to, but now I've done that course, and while I was doing that course, I must have been working at a club somewhere. I was a voluntary sector development worker for Balham and Tooting. I've done that course as well. And then from that, I went from Balham to Battersea, which is across the road from my primary school, to work as a voluntary sector development worker over there. Then I went from there to the youth offending team as a voluntary sector development worker for the Battersea the Borough Early Intervention team, working with the young people that are going to get before they got into trouble, doing triages with the police, etc. And then from there, I went to become the connections worker in Tooting, which I'm there that's from then till now, 2019, and in September our roles are changing again to early help practitioners as part of the Wandsworth Children's Services from there. So that's my history in that context. I've done a lot of work with the NBA, and when Shaquille O'Neal came over for the first time, I took Shaquille O'Neal to a nightclub, the Subterranea, because the group called the Gravediggers was on, and there was his friend, so we took him down there, and he went on stage and sang with them and all that, and then came off, and then he said, anytime I'm going to come to the States, you just call me, blah, blah, blah. You know, they always say that, and you think, yeah, right. But then I called, and then they said, yeah, come to my house. So me and my wife went to Shaquille O'Neal's house in the States, and the hour before we got to his house, he went to the Super Bowl, but his agent said, don't worry, you're here, we might as well show you around his house, because he's got to the Super Bowl from there. So we went, saw his house and everything, had a great time. And when I was doing the stuff for the BBC, I'd go to the All-Star weekends, and every week he'd say, hey, how you doing, London? How's things? He said, you never wanted anything from me, because he said, do you want trainers? And I said, you can only wear one pair of trainers. And Jimmy Rogers told me that. He said, when people offer you things you already got, say to them, I don't need it, and watch their reaction. Because when you don't need something, people are shocked from there. And he sort of, and ever since then, and that made a bond. Like all these people saying, I want 100 of these, 100 of these. This guy's taken me out, looked after me, took me to a club, got me back, and I'll say, do you want anything? And he says no. And he's like, well, unheard of from there, from that. So that's that, just a little side snippet.